Brandenburg.
And I'm Kristin Lagana. Welcome to Arundel County Week in Review. In this episode, we'll talk to the woman behind Maryland Hall for the Creative Arts and look at a new program to cut down on underage drinking. But first, making headlines this week. Reading is fundamental. Remember that slogan, Amalie?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. A long time ago.
This week was Read Across America, and our county had a great event at the Annapolis Library to celebrate.
Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse?
A mouse?
A mouse. A little mouse right there.
Oh, it's because he's a cat.
Yep.
Oh,
I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like...
Official readers were Annapolis Mayor Mike Panelides, County Councilman Chris Trumbauer, School Board Vice President Julie Hummer, and of course, County Executive Steve Shue. Here's the County Executive reading Nanette's baguette.
Got a jet. I've got a baguette to get, says Nanette to the quartet. Baker Juliet has met Nanette. She knows it is Nanette's first baguette to get. There's the baker, and the baker's giving Nanette the baguette, the big stick of bread. Yummy. That looks good, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. So Juliet gets Nanette the best baguette yet. Nanette, did you get the baguette?
Have you read that book, Amalie?
I haven't. You
I
would think
haven't
with
either.
4 kids I would have,
Nanette's
but
baguette.
I have not.
What were some of your favorite kids' books, either growing up or that you like to read your kids?
I love Goodnight Moon still.
Goodnight Moon, it's
So
a great
sweet.
one.
Yeah, and Construction Site, Goodnight, Goodnight Construction Site. That
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's really sweet. It's the bulldozers going to bed.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cute.
It's really sweet. How about you?
I liked Stone Soup. I don't know if you ever remember this
do
one.
remember that one.
It's so weird. The ones I like are about sharing, and I'm not the best at sharing. So Stone Soup was, when they brought a stone, put it in the pot of hot water, and then convinced all the village to bring in little things, and then had this big meal.
Yes.
That one, and then the Giving Tree.
Oh,
Love the
it's
Giving
one of my
Tree.
favorites. I
Yeah.
have that one still. When I was in high school, Nathan Benjamin, I can't remember. He gave that to me as a gift. We were dating.
Oh.
I still have that book. It's one of my favorites.
Scandalous.
I know. So long ago. The Department of Aging and Disabilities has a great event each year that helps family members and caregivers understand Alzheimer's disease. The event is coming up on March 14th at the Pascal Senior Center in Glen Burnie. Using virtual reality technology, you can simulate the experience of disorientation firsthand and hear from the experts about how to care for loved ones with the disease. You have to register for this event in advance, so just head over to aacounty.org and click on the spotlight about virtual dementia to sign up in advance. About 35 million Americans are age 65 and older, and more than 5.4 million suffer from Alzheimer's disease. This is a serious issue for so many families, Kristin. Mm-hmm. People should really consider attending this event to learn about the issue and meet others who are dealing with it.
It's so groundbreaking that they're able to use technology now to simulate that same experience. I think it really helps give folks a better understanding of those with family members that are dealing with it, and it's wonderful that we have these programs to offer. So
it really is.
We encourage you, especially if you have, of course, family members that are suffering or showing signs, you go to one of these programs and get some more information. Well, Amalie, as you know, it's Women's History Month. Here's to ladies, even though I'd like to say every month is Women's History Month.
Clearly.
That's why it's perfect that we have taken over the show. Girl power, right?
I'm so happy to be here today.
I'm happy you're here too. We don't need Dave. We don't need you, Dave.
We're good.
I said it. We don't need you. There was plenty of girl power at Central Middle School last week as well. The special guest was astronaut Mary Cleave, who traveled to space aboard the space shuttle in 1985. She talked about handling food in space, which is always a popular topic with astronauts, and operating the shuttle's robotic arm, as well as how to drive the ship. Now, Amalie, here's a great trivia question for you. How many women have been to space?
Oh, I have no inkling, no idea.
Any kind of guess?
I'm gonna go with 15.
Okay, well, it's a little higher than that. You're not going to believe this number. 60.
No.
60. That's a lot of girl power in space, and that doesn't even include the Spice Girls. But it's pretty cool. Did you ever consider being an astronaut as a kid?
No, but I read a really interesting article this morning about they're looking to do like tourist travel to the moon, and so they're trying to get cleared for it, and they were talking about all of the conditions that you might suffer, which was this enormous list of things that I would never want to experience. And
So not interested?
Not at all, no.
Yeah,
not
there
at
were
all.
some people that were saying they would even give up ever being awarded the opportunity to come back home as long as they got a chance to go to the moon or go into space. And no, I'm sorry. There's a little bit of claustrophobic there that I can't really shake, and not knowing what's going to happen. But good for those daredevils out there, especially the ladies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's another fun fact. 40% of STEM students in our county are girls.
Yes. Let's raise that number.
So we are going to get way more astronauts, and maybe they can even go to outer space.
Woohoo.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we will talk to Linnell Bowen, president of Maryland Hall for the Creative Arts. Take a look at our community calendar for events happening around town, and we'll be right back.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Well, welcome back. Joining us in the studio this week, we're delighted to have Ms. Linnell Bowen, president from Maryland Hall, joining us. Hello, Ms. Bowen. How are you doing today?
I'm happy to be here.
We're
Thank
happy
you.
to have you. And oh my goodness, 20 years. You're retiring after 20 years.
Actually, June 1st, it will be 21.
21. So legal age.
Long time, yes.
Yeah.
I would say.
So how did you first get involved with Maryland Hall? Tell us the story.
Well, I went to Annapolis High School, AKA Maryland Hall. So I graduated a long time ago. And then I taught there during the 60s. And I just loved the building that it still teaches.
And what did you teach?
U.S. history.
Okay.
Of course. And then they converted it to Maryland Hall in 1979 and moved the new Annapolis High School on Riva Road. I sort of watched it, but I was never involved or volunteered or anything. And then when the job came open, I thought, oh, that'd be fun. Maybe I can do that. And I really do love the educational part, the arts part, and all that it entails. I was president of the Cultural Arts Foundation, and I realized all arts groups struggle. They just struggle with marketing, money, ticket sales, and I just learned so much, I decided I could help. So I got a passion for the arts, and so I've been there. I was only going to be there 5 years, and here I am, 21
years. And I think this is wonderful because there's, of course, been a lot of struggle lately with keeping arts education in our schools, and you have Maryland Hall, which provides all these wonderful programs. Taking a look back, what would you say are some of your favorite accomplishments or moments at Maryland Hall?
Well, first of all, that we educate all ages. It's from 3 to 93, and I fit in there somewhere. I say the only thing older than I am is the building, built in 1932. But isn't it wonderful that we could recycle this old high school? And this was done by the Board of Education, and they support us. And so it's a wonderful marriage, first of all, with the kids, but the students of all ages. And it's a fun thing to be involved in. It keeps me young.
Oh.
Tell us some things that are coming up, some can't miss events at Maryland Hall.
Well, April 1st are the Temptations. Remember those?
I do, I do.
And they will be there. But in March for Maryland Day, there's an art fest. And that's always really big at Maryland Hall. And the whole weekend, it's Maryland Day, but we call it Art Fest. And then there's all kinds of remembering that there's symphony, ballet, opera, chorale, and the Chesapeake Youth Symphony Orchestra. They all are home at Maryland Hall. And that's how we have such a vibrant thing. So they all have performances. And then in May and June, we have more recitals than I care to talk about, but it's just wonderful of our classes and other people's classes. So it's very, very busy. In the summer, we have free concerts. We do it inside now because it has always rained. We just decided it was better, and it's starting with the Eastport Oyster Boys.
Them Eastport Oyster Boys.
That is, and I think it's June maybe 8th. And then Shenandoah Run, a great group. So there are many, many diverse, and it's always changing, and it's fun. And in between that, we have Ram's Head Books concerts. We have all kinds of stuff for all ages, and whatever you like.
Something for everyone. And yeah, like you said, on that music level, you're saying local up to international acts that you can catch at Maryland Hall.
And the other good thing about our exhibitions, visual art, is it's local, regional, national. Yumi Hogan is going to have a show in May. We have wonderful, fabulous artists, very professional, and we have 2 main galleries and a balcony gallery, and it's coveted because art shows, you know, they need the exposure. And so when we have an intermission at one of our performances, everybody goes and sees new art.
It's very smart.
And that keeps you young too.
That does keep you young.
It's just different, but you have to remember the artists, they're always creative.
Yep. Can we talk about your capital campaign a little bit?
I sure would like to talk about my capital
fantastic.
campaign. That's totally absorbed me lately. It's an $18 million expansion and renovation. It's an updating of the building. We have raised $10 million so far, but it's a big deal in a 1932 building. But I'm proudest of the main theater, and we finished that 2 years ago. And it's now like a small concert hall, an opera house, European, and it can have an orchestra pit for the opera, which is coming up soon. And then it has an extension for the symphony. And it's just small and intimate, and the acoustics are fabulous. We have a shell, we call it, that covers the stage, and it's beautiful, but the sound goes out. And so this high school auditorium is now a visual, beautiful thing with parterres that makes it handicap accessible too. It was never before.
Oh, wonderful.
And so the sounds and the sight lines are beautiful. New seats, new sounds, new curtains. That was the first thing we did.
With the pit, will you have more opportunities for musical theater now too?
Yes. You know, we're only limited by what the creativity of the people is. And this one wing we're starting, hopefully in May, the south wing, is a production wing. It has a freight elevator and will go up just on stage. So we can take sound equipment and all these new things right to the stage instead of bringing a grand piano up the front steps, which is tricky.
That was fun.
It's tricky. But I mean, imagine converting a 1932 high school and making it work for today's needs. I mean, sound equipment today is huge, and all the performers want that. So we can just convert it. So that's fun, and that's what we're doing. And then the next wing with North Wing was a new patron wing, a new entrance to Maryland Hall with new restrooms, new box office, converting the old gym, and it is an old gym, into a community theater.
Oh, wonderful.
That's fantastic.
And it could be black box, it could be recital, it could be movies. You know, the Annapolis Film Festival is coming up, and they use the whole building. So it meets the needs of a changing society, and change is inevitable, and you have to keep up with it.
That's very true. I think it'll be exciting to see what the film festival does with the space now too, with the renovations. So if folks want to stay up to date and keep current with what's going on as far as your season or your renovations, what's the best way to get in touch or connect?
Well, we have a wonderful website, www.marylandhall.org.
Easy enough?
And so easy. And you can look up anything you want. What's going to happen? How can you join? How can you contribute money? Because that's always what I'm asking about. Who are the teachers? Each class. We have over 700 classes in a year, over 4,000 registrants in a year. Now think about that. We have 60 performances at least, 19 exhibitions. So all those things are online. So anything you're interested in, you can just look up.
That's amazing.
It is. The classes are incredible. When my guys were little, we used to take the pottery classes.
You went?
Yes. Oh, they're
And
fantastic.
it's still very, very viable. And you don't have to have any skill, or you can be a professional.
I love it. I love it.
So we say art for all, but lifelong participation. And I think that's, as an educator, I think that's very important. Lifelong participation. We have some of the happiest seniors in Annapolis taking classes.
3 to 93.
Right.
That's right. Now that you're going to be retiring, will we still see you out and about at Maryland Hall? I'm sure.
Somehow I think so. It'd be hard to divorce myself from that. And besides, I've loved all the performances. I've loved my years there, teaching and then at Maryland Hall. But it keeps you young. The little kids in their tutus, and it's just fun, you know. And
big kids in their tutus.
Yes.
seeing new artwork and thinking of new things. So it really is. I hope all the seniors come too.
They will. And we really appreciate all you've done for the community, all you've done for arts education and with the building and the maintenance and all the renovations. So thank you for all your service to Anne Arundel County and Annapolis. And come back on the show. Let us know any other exciting info. Even though you'll be retired, I'm sure you'll have some good stuff for us. So
I will.
Yes.
I will.
Get out, go to Maryland Hall, support some programs, take some classes, make sure that you are following along on marylandhall.org, right? .org. .org. We'll be right back with more Week in Review right after this. Don't go anywhere.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Welcome back. There's a new program to educate people about underage drinking. Pat Daly is at Metropolitan Kitchen and Lounge in Annapolis with more. Pat?
Thanks, guys. We're here at the Metropolitan in Annapolis to talk about the new ASAP Drug Abuse Awareness Coalition, and I'm here with Angel Trainer and Sandy Smolnicki to talk a little bit about it. Angel, you're the acting coordinator of ASAP. Tell us what the mission is of the coalition.
So the mission of the Annapolis Substance Abuse Prevention is to prevent substance abuse, underage drinking, binge drinking, and car-related crashes in Annapolis.
What do you do at your meetings?
We have a lot of fun. We sit there and we plan. We plan what's going on we talk about what's going on in the community, and we plan evidence-based strategies that we can help the community to be better.
And what's the community response so far?
It has been overwhelming. I have sat on a lot of coalitions in Anne Arundel County, and this one has grown much to our surprise. We have a lot of interaction with the community.
In a short time.
In a very short time.
Now, how can residents get involved?
So residents can get involved. We would love to have you come and join us on the third Tuesday of every month. We've been meeting at the Annapolis Police Department, 12 o'clock to 1:30. We serve lunch. Everybody loves lunch. Or for more information, you can go to www.preventsubstanceabuse.org.
Great. Sandy, tell us, there's something about a coaster that I've been hearing about. I was just at a meeting and I was hearing about this new coaster.
Oh yeah, we have coasters that are the mosters to be desired. This is a campaign that is a binge drinking awareness campaign. What we found is that half of the people who drink in Annapolis don't know that they're binge drinking, which it's fine. We're not anti-drinking or anti binge drinking. We just would like you to know that you are binge drinking and that there are risks associated with it. And nobody wants to get in a car crash. Nobody wants to get an unwanted sexually transmitted infection. Nobody wants to have an unintentional injury. And we certainly don't want any DUIs out there. So I'm here today to present these coasters to the Metropolitan. It's our first alcohol establishment in Annapolis to receive these coasters. And it's just a simple awareness campaign, and I'm really proud of the Metropolitan for stepping up and being first with this. So I've got a bartender, there, Kit. Here's Kit Whitaker.
Thanks so
much. Thank you so much.
And Kid, he's the manager or the owner?
No, but he's a fabulous musician and a wonderful bartender. And nobody wants folks here to overdrink. We all want to have a good time. Trust me, I want to have a good time too. But we want people to be safe and healthy.
Thanks, ladies. It's all about awareness and prevention here in Annapolis. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Pat, and thanks to all the businesses out there who are participating in this effort. Super important. So
it really is.
Yeah. So thank you, Metropolitan. So Dave is playing hooky in Cancun.
Yes.
Good for you, Dave. But it got me to thinking, and I wanted to ask you today, because it's been so long since we had some getting to know Amalie on the show. Do you have a travel wish list? Any places you want to go?
I'm always up for traveling.
Always?
I really do.
Anywhere,
enjoy traveling.
anytime?
Yes.
Nice.
I just got back from Florida a couple weeks ago.
What part?
At Delray.
Okay.
I was down there for a tennis tournament, and it was really fantastic. I traveled most of Europe when I was in college.
Oh, lucky.
I know. I feel so incredibly fortunate.
Yeah.
I have not been back, and it is on my very short list. I would love more than anything to go. And
where'd you go?
So my parents lived in Paris at the time.
Your parents lived in Paris?
They did, so I spent all of my summers and all my winters in college over in Europe, and I worked at the American Embassy of Paris, and I was able to travel Europe, and I would love to see it as an adult because it was so fantastic seeing it as, a late teenager, my early 20s, maybe 19 or 20, but I think that you would see, it's a very different perspective now having
I had no idea about this with you.
Well, there it is. So I would love more than anything to head back to Europe for an extended vacation.
And if you went back, what countries would you want to explore that you haven't?
Paris. I love Paris.
Okay.
And I actually really love Norway and Sweden.
Sweden.
Yes, Finland,
Great.
that area.
Okay. I've always wanted to go to Prague and Amsterdam, and I have an urge to go to Thailand.
I've never been.
Particularly one of the elephant camps where you get to glamp, as they call glamorous camping, and the elephants are right there too. I really want to go because it seems to be super affordable right now. Iceland.
Oh, yeah.
And see some of the northern lights if I can, and do the lagoon swimming and the salt water and stuff. Yeah, and then as far as stateside, I've still never been to New Orleans. I would love to go to New Orleans, a lot of that French culture that I'm sure you love. Yep. We did do a New Year's Eve trip to Austin, Texas. I love Austin.
I do too.
Austin's incredible.
Yep.
And then I'd love to do the West Coast. Seriously, take some time to drive up California coastline, go up to, Portland. And then I want to cross over into Vancouver. I've heard from so many of my friends that I would love Vancouver, so I'd love to go there too. So
make it happen.
Well, Dave, if you want to donate some of that leave and maybe a little cash, maybe we can make these travel dreams happen.
That would be fantastic,
That would be fantastic, Dave.
The office has been quiet this week.
Yeah, Dave. Welcome home, Dave. We've got lots of email waiting for you.
I cannot wait to see you tomorrow.
So tell me about the kids. How are the kids doing?
They're good. I mean, they are getting big. Everybody's good. We are starting another lacrosse season, so
nice.
Here we go.
The tennis tournament, was that for the kids, or was that?
No, that was just
to go down. You're a spectator. You love the sport.
Enjoy watching it, yeah, and really enjoy the warm weather. It was
who doesn't, right?
So nice to have some sunshine.
I was in Florida last May for a wedding in Treasure Island. Such a cute little kitschy town. It's like Ocean City, Maryland, but in Florida. Very interesting. But there's still so many parts of Florida I feel like I've yet to discover. You know, Sanibel's gorgeous. I've been there, but I haven't been to Delray.
Yeah, it was my first time, and it was just so nice for the sunshine.
Yes.
I think you get through this winter, and this winter's been so mild.
I know.
But
now, are you a snow fan?
No, I mean I love a good snowstorm.
I love snow, and I'm so sad this year.
But I really like the sunshine on my face. I mean, golly, it's so nice. So
yeah. I mean, we've had a 75-degree day this week. Crazy weather with rain and winds. It's It's Maryland.
Yep.
Maryland weather is here.
Next year we'll get pounded, I'm sure. So.
Yeah.
Or maybe, first week of April. You never know with Maryland weather.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. But we have enjoyed having you on the show today.
I'm
And
so
please,
glad to be back.
anytime you want to kick Dave out.
Oh,
you're welcome back.
I might be your new host. It would be so great. See you later, Dave.
Bye. Been replaced.
Okay. Well, that wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode and archived episodes online anytime on Facebook or YouTube by searching Arundel TV. Please tune in again next week for more highlights and news from around the county. We'll see you next time.